Welcome back everyone. In the last class till what we have studied? Till last class we have studied about the chain surveying. So in the last class what I have told you guys, I have explained you about the forms of the triangles. So what are the forms of the triangles? I have told you. First one, this was the ideal triangle. So why we are using the triangulation term called, why we are using, by using the chain surveying we can form the perfect well conditioned triangle. So please let me know which one we have used in the previous one. Here I am taking it as a 70 degrees, here I am taking it as a 60 degrees, and here I am taking it as a 50 degrees. So again here what I am taking, so I have told you guys previously, no angle should be less than 30 degrees and no angle should be greater than 120 degrees. So this triangle is known as the ideal triangle and this triangle is known as the well conditioned triangle. Here see, this angle is greater than the 120 degrees, so automatically what is this triangle is known as? This triangle is known as the ill conditioned triangle. Ill conditioned triangle. So now when next topic we are going to deal with the chain. So first, what is the experiment you are going to conduct by, how the experiment you are going to conduct by using the chain? So what are the, for every experiment what you guys will be doing, for every experiment you need the apparatus, right? So for conducting the chain surveying, equipments required. What are the equipments required? First one required is chain, second one ranging rod, third one cross staff, fourth one metallic tape, fifth one pegs. Right, first we will be going to know about the chain. So there are many number of chains available for conducting the chain surveying. The first one is the metric chain, second one is the Gunter's chain, third one is the engineer's chain, Gunter's chain or surveyor's chain. Next one is revenue chain, fifth one will be steel band. So right, so usually what we will be using in our lab, we will be using the metric chain. Metric chain will be of 20 meters or 30 meters. The metric chain will be available in the 20 meters or 30 meters only. Where comes to the Gunter's chain? Gunter's chain will be used whenever you will be going to the larger areas or villages. There they will be calculating the lands into the guntas. I think you people have heard this word from your family members, where they will be calculating the land into the guntas. So right, so here it will be Gunter's chain, it will be of 66 feet. Next one will be using engineer's chain. The length of engineer's chain will be 100 feet. The length of revenue chain mostly they will be using for in the revenue department. There they will be using the length of revenue chain will be 33 feet, and next one will be the steel band. There it will be of again 100 feet. So right, first I will show what is the metric chain. So see everyone, here you can see, right, here you can see the chain. Can you see it? See everyone, here how you will be knowing that this chain is 20 meters or 30 meters. See everyone, here you will be having a metallic holder. There will be a one mark that here I am using the 20 meters chain. See everyone, here you can see it clearly. These are known as the links. So here I am using 20 meters chain. 20 meters chain means how you will be finding, here you don't have any tape to measure this one. So how you will be doing? The most and important work of chain is the replacement of the tape. Replacement of the tape. How it will be a replacement of the tape? So see here. How we will be measuring? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. For each 5 links you can see the brass ring here. You can see the brass ring here, the indication of 1 meter. For each 1 meter you will be having a 5 links. So 5 links, what will be the least count of each link will be? When we are going for the 20 meters chain, so each link how much it will be? 0.2 meters. So each link will be 0.2 meters. Right? See here. Then that will be a 1 meter. For each 1 meter there will be a brass ring will be provided, and for each 10 meters you will be having a one leaf for the indication of 5 meters. For the indication of 5 meters. For the indication of 5 meters, I will show you. Right, here you can see there will be a leaf for the indication of 5 meters. The link will be from here to here. From here to here, one link we will be calculating. And for every 10 meters you will be having a horseshoe. Horseshoe will be the indication for every 10 meters. Right, here you guys can see the horseshoe. Horseshoe will be the indication of the 10 meters. Remember this one. You have to see this video repeatedly. I will be asking the same questions in the field whenever you come to the college. Remember this one. So again for the 15 meters again you will be having a leaf, and for again 20 meters you will be having a metallic holder. So right. So this is the chain. So next. So I have already told you metric chain. This is the chain which we will be using for our field experiments. Here the each link will be of, the least count of each link will be obviously a 0.2 meters we are. The least count means the last which you can measure. The least which you can measure. Next one will be the Gunter's chain. So next, so metric chain. In our field also we will be conducting the metric chain. By using metric chain only we will be conducting our experiment. Right. So please note everyone. Right everyone. So next we will be dealing with the Gunter's chain. So here the length of the Gunter's chain will be 66 feet and it will be consisting of 100 links. So obviously 100 links, when we 100 links divided by 66 feet, automatically each link will be 0.66 feet. So here we have some conversions. When you go for the field, at that moment it is important. 1 Gunter's chain is equal to 22 ads. Now you people can see in most of in our regular life what they are doing there. They will be in our individual houses also, they will be calculating in a square yards to feet only, right? So 10 Gunter's chain is equal to 1 furlong. Furlong also mostly they will be using in a villages. Next, Gunter's chain is equal to 80 Gunter's chain is equal to 1 mile, and 1 square Gunter's chain is equal to 484 square yard, and that will be equal to 10 cents. That will be equal to 10 cents. And next one is the 10 square Gunter's chain is equal to 1 acre, and 1 acre is equal to 4840 square yards, that is 100 cents. So right, so next one will be the revenues chain. That revenues chain I have already told you, engineers chain I have told you what is 100 feet. 100 feet they will be having a 100 link. Each link will be 1 feet, right? Each link will be 1 feet. Each link will be 1 feet. So here engineers chain, the length of the chain will be equal to 100 feet. So each link value will be 1 feet. 100 links, each link will be 100 links, consist of 100 links, right? Consist of 100 links. Next, so next will be the revenue chain. Revenue chain I have already told you, length of chain will be 33 feet. So consist of how many links? 16 links will be there. Each link will be how much? Each link will be 2 feet 0.75 inches. So next one will be the last one will be the steel band. Steel band will be of, it will be having a length up to 20 to 30 meters. 20 to 30 meters, right? So next we will be dealing with our, we have completed with our types of chain. Now we have completed with our types of chains. So next, I think you people have understood that one. Now we will be dealing with the, so here I have plumb bob. I forgot to write plumb bob. Next one, right, for hammer, pegs or arrows. So right, we are done with the chain. Next we will be dealing with the ranging rod. So now tell me why we are using the ranging rod here. See everyone here. See everyone here, why we will be using the ranging rod? Why we will be using the ranging rod? See everyone. Now, for example, I need to get the area of this land. I need to get the area of this land and I want to divide this land into the small trigonometrical shapes. So what I will be doing? Here I will be placing my chain. Here I will be placing my right? Here I will be placing my chain. So from here, from this will be the point A and this will be the point B. So here one surveyor will be there and here one follower will be there, and we will be selecting one points like from here to here. It will be 5 meters. For every 5 meters, I am placing the ranging rod. For the indication of the points, here I am placing the ranging rod. Here again I am placing the one more ranging rod. From here also, starting and ending point, I am placing the ranging rods here. Now see, this is called a ranging rod. This will be of 2 meters height. This will be of 2 meters height, and you will be having a, for each band they have, why they have used red and white colors means here the red is the danger color. It is very visible if you are standing at a far place also, the red will be easily visible to our eye. So for that purpose you will be having here it will be there will be a hook. Here you will be having a hook. This part will be inserted into the earth, right? This part will be inserted into the earth. So this we will be using for the ranging purpose. This we will be using for the ranging purpose. Right, understood everyone? Why we will be using the ranging rod? Now I'll be telling you about the cross staff. So now you will be getting what is the need of using the cross staff. I have already told you guys, we will be dividing our land into the different trigonometrical shapes, right? We will be dividing our land into the different trigonometrical shapes. So if for finding the for forming the triangle, what are the points you need? You need minimum 3 points, right? So for finding here you can see only 1 point here. So how to? So here we need to develop the perpendicular offsets. Here we need to generate the perpendicular offsets. So now here we need to find the perpendicular. We need to set the perpendiculars. So how we will be setting the perpendiculars? By creating the offsets. So here what I will be doing, I will be setting the boundaries of the whatever the land I have taken. I will be setting the boundary here. I will be setting the boundary here. I will be setting the boundary here. Boundary. Right. So what we will be doing here, we will be keeping the ranging rods here, and we will be using the cross staff. This is known as the cross staff. Here you can see perpendicular offsets here, right angles. Perpendicular in a 90 degrees, you will be having a perpendicular offsets. By this you can see everyone. We will be placing this one is known as the baseline. We will be placing this here. For every 5 meters I have set the boundary, right? I have set the boundary here. I'll be keeping the range. Here I'll be keeping the cross staff here. Here I'll be keeping the cross staff, and one follower will be here. Surveyor will be there, and here a follower will be there. Follower, what he will be doing? He will be sighting towards this boundary, where we have set this boundary by using the ranging rods or the pegs or the arrows. So here he will be sighting towards this one. So what we will be doing? The same time we will be sighting towards the starting point and this one. So two people will be standing, either two people will be standing or like this. See here, from here and here we will be setting the point at the same time, and by using the tape we have to measure this one. See everyone, right? First and ending of the line will be always triangle in your chain surveying. Please remember this one. In chain surveying, first and ending will be the chain ending will be the triangle only. So right, again what I will be doing, I will be moving to